Welcome back to Mechanical Mastery. The last episode was uploaded on the 31st, like all three series were. At the moment, this video, the last episode of the series, got the most views with 6 views. And the last episode was 4 hours and 20 minutes, and we fixed up some automations. In today's episode, we are going to be doing some automation stuff. We're going to look at the next live stream that will be happening next week. Hopefully next week at the time of this video. And we're going to do autocrafting. So, let's, again, that was on the 31st. It looks like it was done on the 30th, but not uploaded on the 31st at 2 a.m. So again, we're going to be working on some autocrafting for, we're going to get power. We're going to work on the power mod in the live stream, which will be the next episode. Sometime next week, probably. The week of the 13th. If hopefully gets these 3 videos gets up before then. If they don't, then it'll be sooner than later. Okay. Okay. So we did kind of look. We're also gonna make compacting drawers. So yeah, here's the power mod. What's it called? The power mod is just power. Pow. So what we need is these we need the orb crystal. We'll need, right, that's, yeah, and then we'll need the starter cables, and we got the blazing. Each one of these goes up with power needed for the machine to work. And then we have, there's furnaces, it looks like, with that mod. Starter reactor. Starter gets 1. And each one of these goes up with what we need. Power mod, okay. And then we got the gates, which is what one of the things, oh. Okay. So where's our autocrafting going on? Okay. So let's make some crafters because we're gonna need them. Make that's a good amount. So make some crafters. We're gonna put those down and we're gonna do learning the crafts that we need to do. That's not what I wanted. It was the crafters here. Okay. So basically we're just gonna pop them down here for now. Let's add some basic cables. So it goes from here to here. Actually, we should make the diamond ones. Yeah, let's make the diamond ones. Diamond. Create 2 of those. Okay. Because they will actually hold more. These are all diamond characters, right? Yeah, yeah, regular. So if I look in here, you can see that they hold a lot more. Okay. So into our... Do I not have a crafting grid here? Oh, I do. Now, do I have patterns in here? Okay. this is in here, but we're gonna take it out, put it in there. Okay. So, what we need to do, I have most of this autocrafting, it's just this. Just this. Maybe. So, co-host. I wonder if we take. Oh, I do want cocoa. I wanted cocoa. Oh, I wanted So let's see. Can I take? Lava. Not a lava bucket. Let's see. Can I want to put lava here? If I put lava there, and then it has to be a lava bucket. And does it have to? Okay, so give me that. Okay. I was hoping to do it with the lava that we have in the system, but it doesn't look like we can. Let's see, what do we need for this? It was like whole up here. Yeah, see, it has to be. Yeah, it won't let me. Because it's a bucket. Okay. So we'll have to do it this way. But what we can do, I think, we can do a process for a bucket of yeah. So we could do that. And get a bucket in there. So if I... Okay. So if I do that, we should just be able to make the bucket that way. If we have buckets in there, we should be able to do that. So lava. Okay. Well, we have lava buckets in there. But if we didn't, I think we'd be able to make it. Oh, yes. You know why we have lava buckets? It's because the other system is using lava buckets. Okay. Then it might be fine for that. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So that would make the paste. So that makes that. And these are all. The coal is not the only thing that's not coming in, but that's okay. We won't need that many anyway. Okay, so there's that one. And then there's that one. So got that. Okay. So that makes that. And we have everything else. That's good. How do we make that? Okay, that's just the iron in that. Okay. Then we need these rods, which should be easy to make. Quartz we have automatic, so all we need to get for this would be these, which is just a recipe like that, and then a recipe like that. Okay. That makes that. We have quartz coming in, so we don't need that. What's this one? So basically, it's just same thing, but a block of quartz, which should be easily makeable just by doing quartz. Then we have harden, which looks like it takes the basic one and makes it harden. Okay, but we will need blocks of quartz, which we already have. Oh yeah, that's the same recipe. And we'll need these. Right? Harden. Yeah. We won't be able to get this until we actually get this going. That's gonna be a recipe for the machine that we're gonna be setting up. So this right here, we need 4 of those to make one of these, and we also need a large okay, so we need that recipe for that. Right? Okay. So we're gonna have 1, 2, quartz can go there, that can go there, that can go there. What's this? Oh, this is gonna have to go somewhere else, but right now I'm just gonna leave it in our inventory. So that does that, okay. The blazing one is probably the same recipe as the rest. We just need to have the blazing the blazing one, which is that recipe there. And basically, to get that, it's the same type of thing. It's just these rods, or I don't know which one is better. We'll make both. And we'll decide which one to really use. So these go together. Alright, and so that will do that, and it just takes a basic hardened one. The neutral one would take that. And takes the one before. And basically the basic rod is gonna be this guy here. Alright, and we need these, which is again diamond. Okay, so we're gonna use some diamonds in this. So that will take care of, wait, that's this one, right? Yeah. Piece, okay. Next one is gonna be the one after that. Right, this is for Energizer. Spirit. So for this one, again, we have that. We just need, looks like emerald for this one. I'm guessing it's yeah, so it's emerald for this one. So we got 2 for that one. 1 at the rods. Okay. So that's for spirit. Okay. Oh wait. No. Oh, I think I just did fluid for all those, didn't I? Patterns. Let's get more patterns in here. Yeah, I think that and the emerald one will have to be 2. Because I had It's on. Process. Using. Okay. Because it has to be processed. Yeah, it has to be processed, but just inside of the fluid. Okay, then we got the last one, which is going to be this guy here. And then we just need that. And oh, okay, so this one we might not be able to get. I guess this is the highest one. Because if you look at this, it requires nether stars, which we don't have right now. A block of crystallite, something kinda, and then redstone. We have the redstone, but we just don't have the rest of the stuff. Nether stars, I know we don't have. This block of crystal we might be able to make. How do you make it? Oh, just a block. Oh, it's just a block of that. Okay. Alright, oh, I hope that these are fine. No, those should be fine, because technically, it was just the processing liquid, I think, got messed up. Nitro, so what is it? It's starter. Starter is tiny. Okay, wherever that is. Tiny. I got all these, and then you got all these. Which don't go in here. Yeah. But these do. So we got, okay, so you got starter, harder, basic. Right, so we got starter, basic. Well, where's basic? Basic goes there. Basic, harden, spirit does not go there. Spirit, harden, blazing, right? Blazing. New the N1. I have two of those then. Wait, there's two N's. Huh. We know it takes the blazing, so that's gotta be next. Okay. And then spirit. Okay, so this is next. And we got this one after that. And this is just a, that's just a regular recipe. This is gonna be a ore process to get that, right? I think that was in here, no? Yeah, so right here. To get the hardened ones, we need the steel. Which is that, right? Yeah. So basically, we'll need a lot of this. Alright, and then... let's get a chest. I want to put this stuff in a chest. So, actually, what we should do, should we just redo let's just redo these. Take that out. Okay. So this one we have. What's... That's another one, right? That's the one that is that one. Okay. Let's do it in there. Okay. So in here, to get... It doesn't... Starter doesn't do it. The basic one doesn't need it either. Right? There's nothing there. Harden is where it starts. So the harden one will require this, okay? So basically just 2 of those for that. Okay, that does the harden. Blazing is going to be the blazing, either, which one do we have a lot? Like, do we have, I mean, I'll do both, I guess. It's not going to be ideal to have both, but there's that one. And we got this one, which again is just going to be diamond. And we got this one, which is emerald. This one, which is going to be that stuff. So basically that is what has to be into Autocrafting machine for each one. Which again, we're not going to do that until the live stream. So a lot of the stuff we're going to do in the live stream, basically that's part of the power mod anyway, which we're going to work on in the live stream when we do it. So that does that. Now we got to do the gates, which is a part of the mod as well, which is all going to be just basic settings. Okay. Get more patterns. Okay, it's gonna make more patterns now. Then we got the starter one, which again we will. Oh, we don't have this. So this is gonna be an radium. Oh, wait, this is EMC? So we don't need this. If this is EMC, do we need it for anything? This says we have EMC. Yeah. Interesting. So that's EMC. We don't need a craft for that. We just need a craft for the for this, which is fine. The basic one. Okay, there is a craft in there that we don't have, which is the starter reactor, which is what that is. Okay, so basically that takes up that. And then again, the basic reactor, which I believe is this. Yeah, basic reactor. So it's going to use some of the beginning ones to make the better ones. That's harden, blazing. Blazing. Right. Harden. Blazing. Nitro. Spirited. And then the harder one. Okay, that's all that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in here. These are each reactor. So basically they're gonna have starter ones and down the line. Okay. So harden, capacitor, all the way up to nitro. Then we can do these. These are the gates which I was telling you about. So these are the very cool gates that you can make. which is one of the reasons why I want to get into the power mod, is because of these gates here. So we just need to make these, so we can do that. Start cable, okay. So basically now, we should be, and this is, okay. So we will need ender pearls on craft. So, and these would need to be done at other machines. Like I said, that's going to be a later on type thing. But we will need ender pearls, which we don't have autocrafted, but we have the materials to do it. So we'll need to autocraft ender pearls. Okay. We'll need to autocraft the basic logic, which I think we already we must already have that. Okay. And then the basic tiny thing, which we already have. Right? Because if I look in here, we have the delay casing ready, and that's a part of this, right? Yeah, the casing. So really, all we need in there is this. Now, are they all pretty much the same? Yeah. I mean, hardened casing. Okay, so it'd probably be easier to go for this, but then hardened steel, which we don't have automation, but we can get that automated when we get the machines up. Okay. So basically, this is another one. And then we just need to craft this up. Okay, and then the next one up is probably the same type of thing, using that, and then doing the blazing, which probably easier to get the most out of it. Yeah. I mean, there's so many recipes you can do. Okay, so we got, let's put this up here. So we got hardened one there, blazing, this one goes there. And like I said, we just gotta get these things being made, which is not hard to make. So we got the blazing one, right? That's what we got in there. And again, I think these are all the same as they are. So we'll get the diamond one, or whatever this one is. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you can use the one before to craft it up, but why not do it the other way around? And then, again, this one we probably won't be able to get because, again, you need ender pearl, or the higher end materials, so I'm not gonna get that. But I might be able to do it if we do become the ability to do it, pretty much. Okay, so these are all the things we need to do ore processing with. Each one of these, like I said, the basic crystal, which we looked at the basic. This one. Yeah, so the steel, that one. Yeah, so these crystals here. Starter. So the starter one is just that, which is fine. We have all this, and then basic, which is that, and then harden requires that. Okay, and then the blazing one is the, like I said, takes blaze rods and and look how much power it is. Like it literally takes a lot of power. And we have this on craft, so that's good. So we'll probably need one for each one of these, depending on how we do the blazes. Right. I'm just seeing if we have, okay, golden rods. Please. So okay, so it can make bleeds rods from that. Or blitz powder. Powder. Okay, so we have either one. So we could, because one of those would make one of those. So I don't know which one would be the better one. I mean, it does take more power for this to make one. It might be better just to do the VOD one. You know what I mean? So the VOD one is this one. So it might be better to do that one. And it uses less power too. So yeah. And this would also use the same thing. This would just need the Eyes of Ender, which we have. Yeah, all the other stuff we already have. Okay, so this one I'm probably gonna throw out, but these are the ones we'll need to make that machine. We'll have to make a few of these power thingies. I think that does everything here, without really getting them on. But the other thing I want to do is I want to make autocrafts for another mod here. So, okay. So the other mod I want to get into in this next live stream is gonna be compacting tours. Now, tiny is the tiniest of them all. Basically, we have to make these walls here. Oh, it's typing up here, but not down there, huh? Compacting walls, which is diorite? Is that right? Tiny wall. Okay. So how do you get that? Okay, that's just seed. Okay. So basically we need, okay, so this is like 1 MC. We have that recipe there. Then we need to make, from that we make the walls, right? Okay. We need a copper block, which is basically copper with a block. Okay. And that should make that. So this one here will do for this mod. So we got different walls, copper blocks, tiny machines. Okay, so that does the tiny one, and then we got the small one, which I think is just basically everything else we probably have. Looking at here, it looks like we have everything. We just need to craft that. So that is the tiny, and we got the normal. Then we got the large. Then we got the gigantic. And then we got the maximum. Okay, so that one does take something that we don't have. That takes a block of nether brick, which I hope we have. Oh, we don't have that. So we might not have to. We might not be able to do this. Not unless there's a way to get in it. Which takes. Oh wait a minute. Isn't it just gold? Oh. Okay. So it's just that, and 9 of those into that. Okay. And we have. I'm sure we have gold. Yep. And we have another... Oh, we don't need the straps. That's what we need. Get that. Yes. So that we'd have to burn. We might... Let's see, which one's the best? Smeltery. We have... The agent to be is very expensive anyway. Okay. We're gonna do one of those machines. Take the ancient debris and smelt it up. Okay. So we'll need these recipes here. For scraps. So we got tiny, small, normal, large, gigantic, and maximum. I'm gonna put that maximum one over there. Now we just need to have a enrichment chamber. We need a crafter. Good enough. And we'll do a craft into it, and then have a crafting card on it. Got input output cables. Basically, we're gonna say I want this to make this. Or do we have one already like that? We might. What smelter? I guess what we could do is just set this up here. Add a cable, right? And do this. And you want to... Can I not pull? I can't pull it. I guess I have to make the recipe for it to input and output. So we want to input, output. So, and this will need power. For right now, I'm just gonna put it on the side. Okay, so we need to make a recipe for this. Oh wait. Okay. So, enrichment. Just want to make sure. Enrichment chamber. That's not it. Chamber gives us 2. It's not an enrichment chamber, is it? No. It's not. it's not this. It's this. Okay. And then we just need to make another recipe of this. Or no, yeah, and put here. We need to... Right, and we'll just add some cables. There we go. Now if I ask for some strap, another what is it called again? Another strap. Just make one. So I inputted it, and it should just output it right back in. Got two, good enough. So that did work, which is good. So we got the strap. That is for the higher one of these, right? Yeah, right here. That's for that, and we have that now. We also need well, we really don't need to autocraft this. Do we have paper? Okay, we do have paper. Do we have an autocrafted? No. Like I said, we really don't need this autocrafted, but we will need one of these guys. So if I just, I'll just make it now. Okay, so we do need like a book, like I said, just one book, and then two eyes. Okay, there's that. There's our way to get into the thing when we do build it. So that does all this. What else is there? This is all for that. Oh, we need oh, look at this is one of the things we have to make. And that is nether stars. But we're gonna use the compacting drawers to do the wither. So we won't ever have to worry about the wither too much. So let's see. So I got all that done. This will give us some good power, I'm hoping, depending on how long it takes to do it. Terracotta. Is that EMC? No. That's just a way of getting water. I think they're called items. And they're a card, I know that. Card. Okay, not this. Okay, let's just go through these if we can find one. There's one more thing that we'll need for this to work. Oh, oh, wow. Box. Elite. I wonder what that means. Elite. I swear other than one of those, it must be very expensive. Ultimate. Elite Ultimate. Creative. Wow. Request or type. Oh, wow. Oh, these are probably not in the game, huh? Advance in order. Huh. You advance out order. Card mod. Infinite storage. That's cool. Infinite backpack stores 240,000 items. That's part of the pink slime, yeah. Ears. Black hole. Holy so many items, and that's infinite. How can it be infinite? That's what I'm wondering. Like, this is infinite, so uncommon holds a lot of infinite. Okay, so yeah, they all say infinite, but they don't really stay infinite. But whatever. Let's see. Item. This might be a part of the mod, actually. It's not. This is. No, it's not. But here it is. It's laser IO. I'm assuming, because these item cards is what we're going to be using for the, for it. Yeah. I'm assuming you need these and all that. Okay, so let's look at this. So it's laser IO. So we have different things. It's probably a wrench. That's the card. Okay, so this is a card holder. And these are the different cards. Okay, and then we got the laser and then the logic. Okay. So let's have a look at this mod and see what we need to do. That's a processing one. So we need to throw this, which it looks like we should have all of that already. I'm not 100% sure, but if we don't, it should, and then we need to smelt it, it said. This has got to be smelted in a energizer or just a regular furnace. We did, yeah, we kept that energizer. We could just do another crafter. And I'm sure we have a crafter here. So same type of thing, we can just go over here with a thing here and that, and then basically we need to have 2 of these recipes. One goes in the machine itself, and then one just goes, no, one just goes in there, that's all. Because it's gonna auto input that. Okay, so we're gonna go, oh, that's perfect. And we're gonna do input. Some cables, there we go. So if it knows how, it should know how to make that now. If I try to make the logic, basic one, it should do everything in. Good. So it does know how to make that. Then we need one of these. I don't know if we need these auto-crafted, but I'm just gonna do it because it's just easier to just have it all be auto-crafted. Okay, we're just gonna throw this guy in there. Okay, so that does that. I don't know if this is needed for anything, but let's auto-craft that. Okay, well, the card holder we will need, so card holder, we'll just, one, start, and it will make that. So I believe this, lets you hold the cards, so when we get into these cards here, basically, that's what it's gonna need. So this is the redstone one, there's a energy one, there is a filter one. There's a lot of the stuff we should have on, and then they got the item card. So all 3 of these are just the cards for them. and then you can just craft them up. Then we need this laser node, which basically it is one of these, and which is that, and then one of these. So that should take care of that. I think these nodes are what you need to connect the items, if I'm correct, which I should be. Yeah, so that does that, that does that. Okay, so that's the other mod that we need, because this laser node, okay, so if I look at, what are the item cards, so let's say, just right now, let's make 10, okay, just so I can kind of like see how this works. I do not know how this mod works. I just know for, the power mod will need this, so that's why. It does take a little longer to make the item cards, but they're pretty cool, I think. Looks like they don't stack either, okay. But maybe in here they do? They do in here, okay. Yeah. So I think that's why they want you to have the folder. Just because of those do not stack. Okay. And then I believe these laser nodes. Let's make one of these. I think these are how you input things in. And I think you need the finish. So we got the lasso. I don't know what that's like the bench for the mod. Okay. So what does this do? Okay, so maybe you do need the bench. Okay, so this is where you put the, okay, so up and down, up, down, northwest, so you have to know, like, if it's up or down, okay, and then you basically just, wait, are these cards for EMCU? Is that what I just saw? Oh, no, they're not. Oh, it's the overlay behind it. Okay. Yeah. My window is not big enough for this. Okay. just, okay, so I can put them in from my inventory, but if you have, as I have a bookmark behind of it, and that's why, and because my window let me do it. That's why we'll fix it. So yeah, so item cards, basically set it, and I think you can hit shift, and you can like input output from that, and that's how we're gonna be doing a lot of the automation for this mod here. We're gonna use that system to be able to make the power, because these things, either whatever you're making here, you can only have one of them at once. So we're gonna make a few of these crystal things. We'll make a few of these rods, because you have to get power to it. So the power, that's how you get the power. Then you get the reactors, and from the reactors, then you get the power. So, yeah, I think that's just a, yeah. And I'll have to make sure that I can do that with the window that we have. I think I'll just have to make it bigger. How are you doing eggs? Wow. We have lots of eggs. Okay. So I think that does everything. We've got all the crafting cards, we've got the item card, fluid, there's a fluid one, energy, and redstone. Probably the two that we'll be using more of, the item cards. Anything else? Energy, I think it's like for power, I'm guessing. So like, these are the two that we'll probably be using the most of. And then with these, we'll have to set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these to do those automation stuff. And like I said, each one of these will need a, yeah, either a crafter or something like that. So we have to send the stuff in somehow. We'll probably use like a barrel or a chest. So we use I don't think the chest is the one we want to use though. I mean, we could do a chest. I don't know if that's gonna work. So we just need slabs. So not that oak. Oh. We don't have that. Okay. But we have oak logs. I'm just gonna make the slabs. Okay. What is it called again? A barrel. So now we can make that. So I think this will be the easiest way to take the items from this system into the other system, like just a barrel. We might need two. Probably more than that, but that's just, I think, the easiest way of doing it. So we'll like import the stuff into the barrel, have a crafter somehow so it can craft it. Like input the stuff into the chest or output it into the chest, something like that. And then used laser IO to continue it. Yeah. So steel is iron and gold. With 100 click rate, we have the machines. Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, we'll just have to figure out where we want to set this up then. Probably somewhere over here, like on the platform. Or underneath, we'll see. Okay, it's right there. So yeah, I mean, today's episode, we did some crafting and getting ready for the next live stream. Like I said, we're probably gonna build it, I'm gonna say over here. Just so it's on the same platform. Or we could do it... Yeah, I think this is probably the easiest way of putting it. It's just pretty over here. So we'll... Ooh, I hit the ceiling. So yeah, we'll figure out a good place for it to be. Probably over there. Chickens. And yeah, the cake is good. So if we get the power mod, that would be good because, like I said, that's gonna make it so we can get everything has power then. And these are very small too, like you know. But we gotta get everything. We gotta get this set up with the other like casing and have that be automation and so on. Just to make this an Eyes Ender not that hard to make. The basic thing is just that, so we should be able to have that all be auto-crafted. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, so we'll definitely have to make like 4 or 5 of these guys, have power around it. Basically, we'll start with the starter one, make those, and then move up through the rods. Lots of power to it as well. And like I said, once we get the starter, we actually get right into the powder, this stuff. Once we have enough of this, and this we have EMC, so it's just this. So basically the starter, and you got the next one, which just takes the next one up. It looks like. So it takes this, which is the starter, and it takes 4 of the starters to make the basic. And then so on up the line until you get to this one, which I don't think we'll be able to get this one because another star. It does make 16. We'll probably get up to the emerald. I think that's emerald, yeah, because emerald is not much. So we could probably get up to this one. It just, you know, requires some emeralds. You can do it in that craft, but I think this is easier. Yeah, so we'll, in the live stream, which like I said will be later on next week, the week of the 13th, we'll work on the auto crafting of the power, We already got the autocrafting done. I mean, we'll get the power going. We'll work on compacting drawers, you know, all that kind of stuff, and then also moving things maybe between the two. Um, the compacting drawers is mainly going to be for um, mystical block because we need a mob farm. But the nice thing about the compacting drawer, or the compacting machine, is we can make a mob farm in there to kill the wither. And that's what we're going to have to use it for. Just because we just need too much, you know? So, the other thing I might need at some point, I don't think we have it. We find... So we need... the network thing. Maybe they don't have it. Infinite. Monitor detector. Oh, network receiver. Oh god, network receiver. Yeah, it's these two things. Network receiver and a network transceiver. So these two things will let you receive networks through the network. So those will be able to let us transfer our items from this world to the other world that will make for you know, this stuff. So that's good. I didn't check. Is that an EMC? No, it doesn't. None of it would. Yep. That'll let us transfer stuff back and forth from two areas. So like we'll have one, I think, transiting, and one will be like. So one will see. I don't know if you need like a special card for it. Boost card dimension. Regular fortune. There's probably a card that I need. Wrecking, silk charge fortune. Regular. Whitelist. What's regular? I don't think it's that. Dimension shard? Maybe it better not be that. Can't fit. Ah, is it, network card. That's what it is. Network card. So we need this. Which we basically have. It's that the paper... I mean, oh, we could just make the paper. If we have the paper, we have the paper. We have the way of making it. So we'll need this on demand, because I think the network card, one goes on the transceiver and one it networks it together. So you can have one network per thing. So that's gonna help us with the weather, killing the weather. We can move the chickens to a compacting drawer, so we don't have the chickens flopping around. The compacting drawers are a lot better than what we have right now. You don't have to worry about space. It's got enough space in there to do certain things. Missile block's really gonna use it because we need, well, in this series we need ether gas, and that's how we're gonna do it. But yeah, I think that is doable. Good thing is we're not losing any EMC really. We're not really gaining any, but we're not losing any. That's good. We're losing a little bit here and there. I wonder how much fluid. So we're getting a lot of the. Oh, we got a lot of that. Good, because that is needed. For that. How are we doing in here? So that will take care of that. Let's go upstairs and check this out. Just make sure everything is good. And make sure everything is still flying through. Clumps of oil. Yeah. Oh. Tier. Sulfuric acid. We got clumps in there too. Input. Wait. It should be input in that. Okay, there it goes. I was gonna say, that should be inputting them in. Does that make, is that a byproduct of this? I think that is. Heavy, wait a minute. Where is this stopped? No, that's making, okay, never mind. That's supposed to be doing that, okay. Input. Input, there's two inputs. Export. And then, can we use the front input, or, I don't know if we can. Let's see, left side. Light oil. Dust. Tar. I think that's what we said in the last episode. We would have to move these around. Because we can't really go to the back because of that. Okay. So I guess we'll just take this out for right now. Take this out. Until we fix that. Alright, so this is oil clumps. This is making tar. Input. Yeah, these two things are making other items that we need to get out. And we can't do the bottom, we can't do the left or right because there's stuff there. So, heavy oil is getting taken, or is that being inputted? That's exporting out to here. Yeah. Alright, well, we can worry about that in the future. Let's throw some of this stuff away. I need this stuff. We might need some of that. We'll need the cables for right now. card holder. I have one card here. I think the wrench is so you can wrench things together. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but I'm guessing that's how it works. So yeah, yeah. So that will do that. Oh, I didn't. I see this was still making them. If I go blue, we got, wow, we got 27 of those blitz. And there's our item card. Yeah, these are all, so like I said, we can't do these until we get these, so, but everything is there, so just a matter of getting, and there's iridium. Interesting, I thought that the new one would be in here. Oh, there it is. Is it, no, it's basic. Huh. Fans. And then all that will be speeded up. But yeah, so, but definitely in the next episode, like I said, we're gonna work on those items, getting the power mod up and running. It'll be fun. It'll be a long live stream. But yeah, I figured I'd do 4 of these just to see. I can't remember if it goes in separately or not. Yeah, there must have been a glitch in the last episode. Remember, it kept on saying 32 plus, 32 plus. Now it's not saying that. So there must have been a glitch in the game. Good, I think that's very good. So hour and a half video, not bad. Here, so at 4 here, this takes a long time, but it's got enough of the fluid in there, and we should have more fluid in here. 128 fluid. There's quite a bit. So yeah. So autocrafting done. So today's episode, autocrafting materials that we need for last year. So yeah. I'm just gonna let this go, and we'll end the episode off. But yeah, so next live stream, like I said, in the series will be the next episode. We're gonna work on some power, compacting machines, nodes, stuff like that. So hopefully you can enjoy that. Don't know when the stream will be, but it will be next week. But that is gonna do it for today's episode. We got some of the stuff on us. We can put those cards away, I think. Can you? Yeah, so you can separate them. So insert default channels. Looks like variety. Yeah. Okay. That's gonna do it for today's episode, like I said. But yeah. Alright. Well, hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in a few days for the live stream. And until then, bye bye for now.